chaps, to episode
13.
This is we're recording this like maybe 20 minutes after the previous episode. Just playing catch up, I reckon. It's probably smart this way. And then hopefully, next week we'll get back to our regular schedule.
I think we shall.
Yeah, I mean, it's best that way. We missed like 3 weeks, so we're just trying to stuff happened. We didn't record.
And we did a segment with some friends of ours too that may or may not get used. I still haven't even listened to it yet. So.
You haven't. We might need to rework those.
Right, we've got a thing that we want to do, so we won't say anything about it now. No. But if we do it, you'll hear it.
And we're not going to say that it's going to be amazing and life changing. It's definitely
it's just like a fun, informative thing about current characters that are out in the media right now. Mm-hmm. So it's like a thing to get everybody informed about it and involve our friends in a kind of fun way. So
absolutely.
If it works out, we'll put it on the show.
If it works out, you'll know.
Yeah.
You'll know. So anyway, first up, Mad Max. Fury Road. The hype is huge on this.
Very huge.
Just came out. We've both I finally caught it because I couldn't watch when I was overseas.
Right.
Wasn't out, and even if it was out, it's probably... Actually, I don't know if they would have dubbed it. But yeah, it wasn't out when I was there, so couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
But I watched it first day I arrived back here, and it was a movie. It was a movie. What did you think about it first?
I pretty much feel the same way. I was...
Did you like it?
I thought it was fine.
Fine doesn't sound very we've read a lot of our friends, a lot of our just people online's reactions where it's like, this is what action movies should be about. This is the best movie I've seen all year. Best movie I've seen all year. I can't say the same thing.
Yeah, the one that I have noted a lot is we have a friend named Matt Humphreys.
Matt Humphreys, shout out, dope
shout
artist.
Out, yeah, I don't know if you listen to this, Matt,
but I'm gonna tell you that we've mentioned you. Follow his work. He does some wicked artworks right now, so he has been for a while.
He really does. His stuff is great.
It's fantastic. But yes,
but he posted on his Facebook that he said he only had one problem with Mad Max Fury Road is that he could never see it again for the first time.
That's saying a lot.
Right. And to me, that is you're setting it up in my mind that I'm about to be blown away by this thing.
It's like I have to walk into the cinema with my belt unbuckled, ready to be blown, because this is going to be an experience.
Right. And he wasn't the only one, to be fair, putting that vibe in the air.
Yeah. Everyone that's been talking about it before watching it, I felt that, when I was hearing back the news and stuff when I was overseas, people were like, "Oh, this is the greatest," and I'm like, they're talking like, "Oh, I hear it's going to be good." I was already excited by it,
right?
But then with everyone talking so highly and positive about it, I was like, "Oh, I'm a little concerned now," because they're hyping the fuck out of this film. Mm-hmm. I was already excited. Luckily, their overhype didn't interfere with my excitement for it already, because I was just like, I'm going to watch this. If it's as good as the originals, I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah. My thing with Mad Max is that I definitely saw them as a kid. In particular, I have memories of Thunderdome.
Which is what some people would say is not the best one.
Right, but it was definitely the one as a kid that I remember the most. But I don't know if it's because my dad didn't watch the other ones as much, or if I just saw it on TV randomly more often, or what. I know my dad liked Mad Max, so I was aware of them because of him.
Yes.
But I was never like, oh man, Mad Max, that's like my joint or whatever. I'm way the fuck into Mad Max. It just never had that kind of presence for me. So I was excited about this new one just because it looks crazy. Visually, that movie is insane. And it lives up to that. But I just don't think that it affected me in the way that I was expecting it to based on everyone else's opinion of it, I suppose.
But overall, did you enjoy the film?
Yeah, I thought it was fine. I told Kanoy that I liked it in the same way that I liked Sucker Punch.
Okay. Wow. People might be like, if
Right, because
people listen
lot
to
of people,
this,
right, a
and
lot
they
of people
hear,
didn't like Sucker Punch, so they might
yes,
have a negative opinion of that statement. But I liked Sucker Punch.
yeah, yeah.
I liked Sucker Punch because I think it was a fun visual experience that I don't think you can get in any other movie.
Oh yeah, it was one of those, and I felt like if you just put it down to that, like a fun visual experience that you would never see in another film,
Right.
I would say Mad Max Fury Road fits that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I liked it in the same way.
Yeah, it's
To me, they're the same kind of experience. It was, like Sucker Punch to me was a really badass hour and a half long music video.
I see that. I want to say something, but yeah, go. Keep going.
And I think that Mad Max felt very much like the same thing to me because they've even got like the score of the film is integrated into the movie with their like electric guitar playing weird suspended character
Oh
who's
yeah.
all his music is in the score. It's connected to the score. All his
Yes.
riffing is connected. So to me, it almost felt the same. It felt like a really long, crazy music video.
Hmm.
So it was fine. I didn't dislike it, but there's not a whole lot of fucking like story. I mean, all the story stuff that happens
Yeah,
is
like
happens during a car chase.
it's. I think the hype behind it is just so very strong.
Yeah.
Like everyone's saying, it is like the action was definitely fantastic. I loved it. I love the action in this film.
Yeah.
The visuals super strong. It's very strong. They knew what they wanted. They went for
They
it.
captured the style they were after.
Yes, they definitely went for it. But then I could honestly say, I'm gonna get a lot of like negative comments about this. I reckon if anybody listening and cares, this is almost like the opposite spectrum of how I saw Speed Racer.
The opposite?
In a sense, where visually, like the visual opposite, in a sense, where that one, they're both high energy action, very strong visuals that we see, but whereas Speed Racer was like super sharp, super colorful. This one was like gritty, but not even gritty, just like really raw. They're
Right.
both raw in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a hard time describing what I'm thinking in my head right now. But yeah, like the action in Speed Racer, Mad Max was fantastic. Like,
Yeah.
but everyone was saying, "Oh, it's got like there's so many underlying things, the story underlying." And I'm like, I get where they're talking about, where there's a lot of things that they touch on in the story, but they don't really delve into. And for the story's sake, they don't have to delve into. It's almost like left a mystery.
Right.
But, for example, if that type of thing happens in another film, people would criticize it. But in this one, it's like, oh yeah, it's awesome. I don't get that.
Yeah, I feel like if it has to, the movie, especially the thing with sequels, I feel like they're better if they work completely on their own.
Mm-hmm.
And
You think this one does?
I think that it leaves a lot. It's sort of like the Ninja Turtles reboot was, where they assume that you know a lot more than you might going in.
Yeah.
So, if you've never seen a Mad Max movie before, and I've not seen one in a very long time, all his like visions and shit that he does never explained.
But, like, for the first time moviegoer, that could just be more questions like, ooh, it's all Mac's backstory. Like, maybe we'll get to find out about that in later films. But for the people who had seen that previous ones, they'd be like, oh yeah, that's those things.
I don't know, man. I don't assume that they're making more than one of these.
Really?
Mad
Because
Max
I thought they were planning on it.
They can plan all they want, but I'm saying if the movie doesn't make money, they're not going to do
of course. It's going to be like a
So
Judge
it's
Dredd
got to
situation.
work. It's got to work with the idea that this is a one and done.
Do you think it works as a one and done?
I think I think it does but in the context of it's a really long music video. I don't think that it's like it wasn't a compelling story to me. Everybody was like, "Oh my god, Futurosa," or what's her name? Furiosa.
What was it? What were we gonna call her? I
Futurosa.
was like Future
Uh,
Roshi.
yeah, Furiosa is like so dope, and she needs her own movie and all this stuff. And I'm like, why? Why does she need her own movie? She just got her own movie.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, this movie was Furiosa's movie.
Yeah, like they don't even like other than in the little intro where he says, "My name is Max."
My name
They
is
don't say
Max.
his name again until the very fucking end of the movie.
Nope.
It's just I don't know. It was fine. I liked the movie.
Yeah. I think that's it. Like, I enjoyed the film. I'll actually like to watch it again, just like solely for the visuals.
I saw it twice already.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that's right. You did.
And yes, so if that puts it in any context, I thought it was good enough to see a second time.
Yep.
I just didn't think it was the second coming or whatever.
Like everybody is
somebody else. Some of these other guys seem to think. I thought it was cool that they did as much as they did practically.
Yep.
Or what I assume was done practically because they made such a big deal about so much being practical.
And that's good. That's definitely cool.
It is cool, I guess, but like at the same time, I'm like, if you tell me tomorrow that psych, most of those cars were CG, then it doesn't change my opinion.
Well, that'd be still like, well, it still helped the film, so awesome, thumbs up, anyways.
Right, I was like, it looked great. I don't care how it looks great. Just if it looks great, it looks great. Give a shit if it's real cars or not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that people have that weird like opinion about it.
The whole digital versus practical. I think so long as it services the film in the end, does it really matter?
If the CG is going to look like the weird space monkey from
that's what I'm saying.
Like
yeah.
Lost in Space or whatever, then don't do it. But they're able to do a giant gorilla on the Flash now. You're able to do pretty amazing shit with digital effects.
But what I'm saying is like if whatever tools you use, so long as the end result looks ace, doesn't matter.
Right.
Doesn't matter. I don't think it should. But yeah, Mad Max, I enjoyed it. I don't really agree with all the insane hype, but I'm not saying that they're all idiots, the people who think that. I'm just saying I don't seem to connect to it as much as you do, but I do enjoy the film, so thumbs up for the film for me.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and again, enough to see it a second time. So if it's worth that at very least.
Yeah.
It was worth a second admission's worth of dollars.
Absolutely. Did you watch it 3D or no?
I unfortunately watched it 3D both times.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought we were watching it 2D the second time. I didn't know that they had planned to see it 3D.
Okay. Yeah. See, I'd only seen it 2D.
Right.
So...
but again, it looked amazing either way. That was never the issue.
Yes.
I do like how much brighter it is without the glasses on.
They need to
but
somehow.
But that's always an issue for me.
They got to tweak that tech, man.
Yeah.
They do.
But I thought the movie was fine.
Next topic is we're gonna go to the Marvel universe, and they suppose is it actual casting or is it a rumor?
For
Tilda Swinton.
I don't know if that. I thought that they said that she was cast.
Dr.Strange as which character again?
The ancient one.
The ancient one, which is normally a
Tibetan man.
A Tibetan man. Tilda Swinton, which is
an androgynous female.
British female.
Yeah.
There's supposedly an uproar with this of some sorts.
There is supposed to be some sort of reaction to this because it's normally supposed to be an Asian old man. So it's more of they're making it more about the whitewashing. For some reason, to me, it just doesn't seem as important with a character like the Ancient One because he's a side character.
And also, Ancient One can be anything. It could have been like some mystic oddity.
It could be a fucking alien.
Yeah, and I'd be like, oh yeah, that or a demon.
Right.
They're
but to me, that's different than making like Kato white.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or like what's Dr. Strange's manservant fella, buddy.
I don't remember his name.
Was it Wong?
I don't remember his name at all.
Should have looked this up.
I don't know his Alfred's name. But either way, it'd be, there's a number of
Yep,
characters that
his
it would
name is
apply
Wong.
to. Wong the Asian man.
If he's not Asian, then that's an issue then.
Is it?
Well, yeah, his name is Wong.
Do you think he'll even have a servant dude?
I don't know, actually.
They didn't give one to Iron Man.
That's true. That is true. Unless they decide... Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I have no idea what direction they're going to go with Doctor Strange.
You could just have like a spirit friend.
And who's Asian?
Who's Asian for some reason. It could be the dude that played Kim Jong-un.
Would that throw you off?
No, I like that guy.
But yeah, like there's a whole uproar with the Tilda Swinton thing.
Are you uproarious about it?
Nah. Like it seems as though the both of us are slightly whatever about this,
right.
But online,
I like Tilda Swinton.
I do. So. She's dope. She knows how to act. She's, she was great in all these films that she's in. Right. There's never been a film where I'm like, that's like she's no good.
Yeah, this one sucked. I decided.
Yeah, it was like the film was fine. It's her in particular. Don't like.
Yeah.
No, it's never happened. Never happened. So I'm okay with this. More news for that film. I'm just interested in at this point. Just want to see what they do with it.
Yeah, I'm very curious how she'll fit in, what the Ancient One character will be interpreted as. Now that it won't be like a Tibetan thing.
Could it be still Tibetan?
I mean, it could be, but I hope that they wouldn't do like a Atlas. What is that? Cloud Atlas.
That was awesome.
It was so weird, dude.
That was awesomely bad.
It was so weird. It was so fucking weird, especially on the white dude.
Which one? There was heaps.
That was like he was the one the main one in that story with the robot girl.
Oh, the British.
Right.
Yeah.
That was so bizarre looking. Yeah, he looked like an alien. He didn't look like an Asian person.
It looked weird.
Yeah, it was that. Like I know it's hard. They did a lot of crazy, impressive stuff, but man, that was bizarre.
Yeah,
it's weird to change Anglo faces and give them Asian features.
Do you think they could do it opposite?
Didn't they try it?
I don't even know.
They tried to make the girl into a white girl in one of the scenes.
I don't remember.
And I think hers worked better actually. I think they made her like a redhead or something.
Oh yeah. Actually, yep. She actually looked fine.
But I think it's because she has particularly large eyes anyway.
Yeah. So
she's got like rounder eyes. And I feel like they were going for like the hella Asian look for all the Asian makeup. They were pulling their faces back real hard, it looked like. And it was just not it looked like somebody making fun of an Asian. It didn't look like Asian makeup. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
right. I don't think that's what they were doing.
Oh, well, that's what they did.
It came across as.
That's what they did.
I don't know how we got on that.
I don't either. Tilda Swinton.
Tilda Swinton, right?
Yeah.
In general, I think she's awesome. So I don't give shit.
Yep, but more news on that. Hopefully, we can find out more about any of the Marvel films, upcoming ones, anyways.
Yeah. So next on the list, Bebop and Rocksteady, as well as some recasting for the Ninja Turtles movie. Lots of casting stuff.
They love they just recast Shredder. Now they recast Karai.
Yeah, and if that's really her, I feel like she looks weird again.
They chose.
Why can't they get her look right?
I don't know.
Have you seen the set pictures of her?
I have.
She just got like a bun in her hair.
Yeah, I mean her suit looks fine, but I'm like still an actress. Like okay, another Japanese American actress. Cool. Right. Is it the Karai that we imagined? No, really.
Right.
Not really.
Like again, I was saying earlier that I think they should have just got the chick that played Katana
in
just like she looked
just
like Katana in Arrow.
In the show Arrow.
Yeah, in the Arrow show. How she looked without the mask on, but in her katana suit in the last episode.
Yes. Remove
That's
the mask.
Karai.
Yeah.
That's Karai.
It is.
Just make that Karai. But I still also really think you could have, if the way that she played her in the animated thing, you could have got Zhang Ji to play Karai, and it would have been perfect.
Yeah, I mean she's Asian. She's not.
She's
Japanese,
old. She's
older
now. But the way that she played her in the movie, dude, in the TMNT movie, it was awesome. And I'm really curious what's going on with Shredder in this new movie as well.
Yeah.
Because they look like they're making him a foot ninja. He's like in a regular suit.
Yeah, so what's gonna happen, right? Like, is he a foot that steps up and takes the mantle of Shredder?
He's still got like a face scar. So I'm assuming it's supposed to be the same one.
I don't know, man.
And they cast Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yes. What are your thoughts on that?
I think Uncle Ruckus as Bebop is kind of bizarre.
But what about Seamus?
Seamus is weird too. Just the idea that Rocksteady will sound like an Irish guy. Because he's not going to do a different accent.
No, that's how he speaks.
Yeah, I'm really not a big fan of Karai, man. Really not a big fan of it. I think the hair looks silly. And the actress they got looks old to play her.
She's
34.
Yeah, I know.
And she's supposed to be Shredder's daughter.
I don't know, dude. I think Shredder might be. Really bizarre, maybe Shredder is a mantle.
Yeah, I don't know. But it says it's supposed to be his daughter. What do you think of his look?
He looks fine. Like, he's not in full, like, Shredder costume, so... looks like...
maybe that is his Shredder costume.
Then, yeah, whatever. I don't even know. I don't know, like, it seems like this film, with all the news that we're hearing about what they want to do with it,
right?
I'm like, oh, cool. Then we see something, and it's like, oh, that's...
I'm just hoping that there's some sort of change, because if they're fighting ninjas again now... they're not fighting Shredder in a big mech suit, then I'm hoping... I don't know, I'm hoping for the best. Yeah. Because Shredder... I like the look of Shredder much more now if this is his look, and we're just not seeing his helmet.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that his helmet is darker metal, like it's brushed metal, like his shin guards. And
that would be sick. That would be sick, where he's like... it's not like... silver, where it's like,
right.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I think that'll look really neat if they go with that look and just make it. Cause I think they're not going to make him the huge guy. If the Foot Clan looks like it looks and he looks like he looks, I think we're getting a more traditional Shredder this time around.
I think this is good. See, the thing it's shit like that. It gets my hopes up. Like, oh, it could be good. Like, we managed to talk ourselves.
Right.
After we think about it a little bit more, we look at the images.
Based on what it looks like, I think he looks a lot cooler now. And they actually cast like an Asian dude to play him.
Yep.
It looks like he's out of the giant mech suit. He's wearing an actual suit. Yep. He's got the arm braces.
But then now we got to see him take on the turtles.
But I think he's not gonna in the same way, because that's what they're gonna need a Bebop and a Rocksteady for.
Oh, this is like... it's almost like a soft reboot. This is like an Incredible Hulk.
Right.
This movie is going to do an Incredible Hulk to what...
well, I'm hoping.
Do you think the Turtles will change their appearance? And I was like, what happened? It's like, oh, we demutated or some shit.
Like, I promise it's what I'm hoping for. I just don't think that's what's going to happen.
You're hoping for a soft reboot?
Yeah, because I think the casting of the Turtles was fine.
I did too.
I just wish that they were smaller and they weren't super strong.
Yep.
So that they could have actual ninja fights.
Yeah. This could be an entirely different film.
I wanted to see a choreographed fight with them and ninjas. That's what I wanted to see. We didn't get that at all.
Nah.
So, I don't know. I'm hoping. Plus, they got Baxter Stockman as well, and I'm sure he'll probably be part of turning Bebop and Rocksteady into something. and it'll probably be some part of his experiment that messes up at the end that turns him into a fly or something. Um, I wish that all the stuff we were seeing was for a movie without Vernon and without their version of April and also without Casey. And they just were like, here's the Turtles fighting a legitimate Shredder and Bebop and Rocksteady.
I don't know, man.
That's what I want. That's what I want. But I still haven't watched Earth to Echo. I keep meaning to, but I still haven't watched it. I just want to sit through it so I can see if I think it's or if it's good at least. So I'm like, now I have hope that this director is going to be better.
Everyone says, like, people who have
But I want to see for myself.
Yeah,
I
but
want to
then,
see for
like,
myself if the
but
movie's
even with
good,
that,
'cause
I
it's
can't
good.
even base that, because, like, did he write Earth to Echo? Sure, he directed it, but then it was also the director of photography that's involved in that. The story and the script are involved. So as much as the director does, there's still a lot of, factors involved that...
There are, but it will give me hope
Yeah, I guess. Like, if you
if
end
the
up...
movie is good.
How about if you watch Earth to Echo, you're like, oh, that story was shit. How would you think about him after that?
Then I will be more worried for the movie.
But again, he didn't write the story.
He didn't, but there's a lot that you can pick up from the direction without having to make it specifically about the writing. What it looks like, how the camera moves.
Yeah, how about if all that was fine, but the story was shit? I'm just saying that story... I said the story was shit.
Yeah, if the writing is garbage, then I'll go, oh man, the writing of that movie was garbage.
That's what I'm
saying. But it looked great, and the character moments were good.
We'll see what happens, man. We know we're watching it because it's Turtles.
Right. I'm sure I will be there. I want to try and gauge what's going to happen in this new movie. And they're giving us a whole lot of, here are all these, like, we've never gotten Bebop and Rocksteady in live action.
No. And this is the first images we see of them. We're like, no.
But at the same time, they really do, like, down to Rocksteady's dumb, like, bowl cut haircut. That's what he had in the old series before he got turned.
But you are right. Bebop is missing his glasses.
Yeah, Bebop needs those glasses, man. It's so important.
Because if you have him, his look would be complete, wouldn't it?
Yep, it would be way, way different. He would look instantly more like Bebop if he's still just got the T-shirt and whatever. Like nobody dresses like that.
Maybe he's gonna get it.
Maybe, but that outfit, dude.
Maybe he's gonna get it, man.
The leather chaps and the leather arm bracers with spikes.
It's so comical. I don't know.
I've never seen this person in my life.
Yeah, like
just walking down the street. Never seen this black guy with the bright purple mohawk and the biker outfit. No. Never happened.
No.
Not anywhere I've been. But I don't know. I'm definitely really happy with how how he's looking so far. I think that's the thing that makes me the happiest out of what I've seen of the new footage stuff, the new pictures and whatnot. I think my favorite element is the new look for Shredder.
And he's gonna do a decent job.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, he seems capable.
Yeah.
I like the look of him. He's got the the stoic expression down.
The vibe.
I think he looks like a fucking superhero in some of these shots.
Yeah, he does, because that's the suit, though.
Yeah, but I think that the arm gear looks really interesting. It looks like they've got little motion capture dots on it, so I think you'll have, like, CGI blades, which is kind of interesting. I wonder if they're still going to be, like, huge like the other thing was. I hope they don't give him the razor blade cape. I was not a fan of that
one. The razor cape?
Yeah, I was not a fan of that.
What are you talking about? That was your favorite part?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Karai, man, it just makes me so sad. Why does she look like that?
'Cause she does.
It makes me really sad. Karai is one of my favorite Turtles characters. And they just can't seem to nail that down.
Yeah.
Alright, what else is going on? Suicide Squad, Batman v Superman stuff?
Yeah, there is like a lot of photo leaks, set leaks of that going around now. We see Batman. We see Batman without a cape because it's going to be added digitally. We see the Batmobile that's all like charcoal gray. It's like ashy gray.
Right.
Running around chasing Joker's car.
Yep.
We see more set photos of Joker with the.
I'm wondering if he's going to chase the car and then jump out of the car and land on his car.
Maybe he's got a lot of
that's
ropes
like a
and
thing
stuff.
he does
Absolutely.
in the new games, is you can.
It's
like,
almost like they're like, oh, we saw that shit. Let's put that in a movie, man.
Right.
That shit looked good. Did you see that trailer? Yeah. That game is awesome. Let's go put that in a movie.
Yeah. So if that happens, I won't be mad though.
There is a lot of like set photos and like the actors are like posting Twitter selfies, posting selfies on Twitter and shit.
They're really playing this pretty loose as far as everybody's being able to just be down there watching it happen and everything.
It seems like they want this attention though. They need because no one really knows. I mean, the general public, those who don't watch Arrow, there's a lot of those people who don't know all that shit. You know, they don't know what Suicide Squad is.
Right. So
it's almost like Warner Brothers might even be encouraging these actors to be like, yeah, you know, go post some selfies and whatnot, whatever. Like, so long as you don't leak the script and shit like that, just let people be more aware of what's going to happen, of who you're going to be.
Do it the Ryan Reynolds way.
Absolutely. Like, and with Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool, he loves that shit.
Yeah. Like,
he loves Deadpool, you can tell. Mm-hmm. These guys are like, it's a sweet paycheck, whatever, we're having fun. We're having fun.
His take on how to handle social media and stuff as far as the character was concerned and everything, he seemed like he was much more involved with it. You can tell he has a love for it in a way that a lot of actors don't.
And I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Like, I think it's like... But yeah, with all these photos of, like, Suicide Squad, you get to see the Joker. Lots of different variation, like in his suit and shit. Right. As you were saying, like he talks with his hands a lot.
Yeah, he's very expressive when he's talking in the video I saw.
I'm curious what he's gonna sound like, what his mannerisms are gonna be like. I didn't see this video that you're talking about.
Yeah, there's the video of him interacting with Harley in her pre-Harley outfit, or her at least out of costume Harley outfit.
Yep.
I'm not. A lot of people are saying that it's like that we're guessing that it's before she becomes Harley Quinn. But
flashback.
She already has a big ass golden Desert Eagle, so I feel like unless that's the Joker's gun, she's probably already Harley at that point.
Yeah, there's like all these photos of just like, you know, the Joker, like set photos, not taken by the crew, but like
people just.
Stumble.
Spectating.
Yeah, spectating. It's like, they allow this shit?
Yeah, apparently.
I found that bizarre.
They were saying, like, if you have a good enough cosplay, you could probably just walk onto that set and they'll assume you work there or you're part of the crew or something.
It's amazing. But, I mean, like, we've seen a lot of set photos from that one set, it seems, where they're all in gear.
Right. There was a bunch of that.
A lot of that.
And then there was all the rainy ones.
Yeah, a lot of those ones too. But it seems like it's part of the same shot.
All those are probably from the last big fight in the movie.
Yeah.
But again, you know, we were talking about it a little bit before we started recording. That those Joker shots with Batman on the car and whatnot could be flashback scenes, or scenes that happen in Batman v Superman.
Yeah, but could they happen after what we've already been shown?
As far as Batman versus Superman?
Like, could they be part of, say, the end of Suicide Squad even?
They could be part of the end of Suicide Squad. I would imagine that it could be. Like, it could be, like, after the fact, Harley tries to go... Like, this is what I was talking about when we were first talking about the look of Harley. Is if she's already got that gun and she's already been Harley Quinn, I think that could be the end of the movie where she's gone and tried to recover after Suicide Squad ends and is like trying to live a normal life now. and Joker has escaped from Arkham because of whatever they did there, and tries to confront her and be like, "Hey, so we're gonna do this thing or whatever," and she, says "fuck off," and he goes off and does his own thing, and then suddenly Batman shows up. When he drives off to go do his own thing, Batman shows up, and then like Reed takes him in or whatever, and that's the end of that movie, and that would lead to the next Batman or whatever. But I think it could be cool if he plays the same sort of role that he did in like Assault on Arkham, where he kind of pops back and forth.
Batman?
Yeah. Like while everything is happening and they're doing their missions and stuff, that he would be like popping in and out and fighting them in a different part of the building where they are, like trying to get to where they are, kind of thing. I think that would be really interesting if you've got these like two kind of wild cards on the outside of where they're trying to get some mission done, but Joker's there and he's a problem, and Batman's there and he's a problem, and they've got to somehow get what they've got to get done while
they got to get their job done while these two crazy idiots
are
interfering in some way.
Right. I think that could be a really interesting movie, so I'm hoping that something like that.
It could be. I just hope like if, Batman being involved in this film, it doesn't take away from the actual Suicide Squad. But again, it would be weird to have a Suicide Squad. Character. Yeah. It would be hard to have a Suicide Squad movie if they don't even at least mention Batman, because they are part of that universe.
Right. And speaking of Suicide Squad and Batman and all
yes.
that. How do you feel about this recent rumor?
What?
About Jaden Smith playing Static Shock.
That rumor. Whatever. Like, he could probably do it. I mean, if he's not being Jaden Smith,
right?
If he's playing Static Shock,
mm-hmm.
Sure, because that's a character that he's playing. But if he's like, what was that movie with him and his old man?
The After Earth or Pursuit of Happiness?
After Earth. That film wasn't terrible. I don't think.
I've still not seen it.
Like, it wasn't garbage.
Right.
And he wasn't, like, if you've read any Jaden Smith tweets and whatnot,
mm-hmm.
he's crazy. Right? Like, he's either crazy or, like, this, like, people say he's a genius, and I'm like, I don't know.
He thinks he's enlightened.
I think that's it, and that makes him crazy. But that's not what you get from watching that film. Like, he was actually acting in that film.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it, but all the trailers and stuff seemed fine. It just seemed like they had really weird accents, and it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie, so...
Alright, another example of his acting, Karate Kid.
I thought he was fine in Karate Kid.
He was great in Karate Kid. Yeah, he was fine. Like, he wasn't annoying, but he was annoying, but the character was that at the start of the film.
Right. I thought he was fine in that movie.
Yeah, he got great. Like, he played that role. He wasn't the crazy that we get from his tweets.
Yeah, I think that he did an underrated job in that movie for how bad that movie
was received.
Could have been, and how bad I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it.
It was a fun film. It was.
I don't own it.
No,
I enjoyed watching it. I've seen it more than one time.
Yeah, if it was like, I mean, it's definitely not the original Karate Kid, and that's fine.
Not at all. They should have called it the Wushu Kid.
Absolutely.
But I understand that wouldn't have sold as many tickets.
Absolutely.
I understand why it happened, how it happened. Yeah. But it should have been called the Kung Fu Kid or the Wushu Kid or something.
One of those two. But it doesn't have a ring. It doesn't have a name to it.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same thing. But I think easily Kung Fu Kid could have done it.
Yeah.
And there was rumors at first that that's what they were going to do, but there was studio pressure to use the Karate Kid.
Ugh. I tell you that it would have been received a lot better if it wasn't called Karate Kid.
Right. But I think it was an underrated... I like that movie better than I like the next Karate Kid. Let's put it that way.
Yes, the next Karate Kid doesn't exist.
And that had an Oscar winner as the lead.
I know. Pre-Oscars. So. But yeah, I don't... Like, he's not a bad actor. I think with the right script, the right direction, him as Static Shock could be fine. It could actually be good.
Right. I think that it could be better, even if it's still him, if it was as a TV show.
I was gonna say a TV show might work better, something along the lines of like CW, like the CW shows.
Exactly.
But like, is he too big of a name to be in a TV show?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think he's done enough movies to be too big of a name to
I
do a
think
TV
he
show.
might think he is.
He's done like 3 movies.
He might think he's too big for it.
He might think he is, but I don't think. I think if his mom's not, then he's not.
That's true. I mean, and plus, dude, where did his dad start?
Right, and his mom is a much bigger star than he is.
Oh, way bigger.
Right, so
Way
I think
bigger.
if his mom's not too big for it, then he's not too big for it. And if they really legitimately gave him that opportunity, and the rumor was that he already has it, like the Everybody Hates Chris guy is the one that they were interviewing him or something, and they asked him about superheroes or something, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't think there's that many young black superheroes in film today, but congratulations to Jaden for the Static Shock thing."
Oh, he let something slip?
It's what it sounded like. He said it like it was a matter of fact, like everybody knows he's Static Shock.
Oh, shit.
But maybe he's heard something that we haven't heard.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just in talks for it or something, and we haven't heard it. But it definitely seemed very matter of fact, like he knew something we don't know.
Again, I'm fine with it. I think he could do it.
Yeah, I'd be fine with it too. I really don't have any complaints with his acting. He's a weird dude, from what I gather. Say what you want to say about the nepotism issue of him getting put in his dad's movies, but really they've done one movie together other than After Earth. It's not like everything that Will Smith puts out, he's like, my kid has to be in it.
Yeah, and plus the whole just because whoever they are in real life doesn't mean it should reflect their roles as actors and characters. I mean, the whole Tom Cruise thing, right?
Right. People go see those Mission Impossible movies, even though
and plus,
that dude is batshit guano crazy.
Edge of Tomorrow was dope.
Yep, Edge of Tomorrow was dope. He'll kill you if you try to get out of his group.
But Edge of Tomorrow was dope. Yeah, and I can separate the actor
right
from the character in that film.
Yeah, for the most part, I've always been like, whatever they did outside is pretty much what they did outside. It depends on very much what it is. And if Tom Cruise's biggest offense is that
he's a bit crazy,
he thinks aliens are super dope, that's not that bad. It could be way worse. Like I feel way worse about about Mel Gibson or listening to a music from Chris Brown or something. It's just.
Oh yeah, that one.
As good as if he ever put out a song that was super tight, it would still feel like
with Chris Brown.
With Chris Brown, and
I don't like. How is he still accepted? I don't get this.
I really don't understand it.
Like, did people forget?
It seems like it, or there's like, she's okay with it, so I guess we're okay with it.
No, that's not how it is.
It's really not. It's
like,
really not.
I feel like whenever someone goes, "Oh man, Chris Brown's dope," and I'm thinking, I don't get you. Like.
Nope.
You know what he did. And the song isn't even that good.
Right.
That's what makes it worse, because I'm confused by people's taste in that. But I'm like, hey, taste is taste, but he's fucking...
Right, he's the worst. He's the worst, right?
Like, that's what he did, and what he does in general, it's not cool, right? You're aware of that. And they go, yeah. And I'm like, no, you don't, then.
The weird part is, for me, with, like, girls that are like, I'd still let him, or whatever.
And I'm like, oh, you just... It's almost like you're asking for it. Like,
yeah.
I know some people's like, oh, you asked for it, the way you dress and shit. I'm like, no, you literally asked for it.
Well, gotta love that Suicide Squad.
I love it. I love how he just gone for it. But yeah, like, because I went from static. But yeah, the whole Suicide Squad stuff, it's crazy. Like, all these leaks, the fact that they're allowing it, it's pretty bonks.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't
it's
know
crazy.
how people are getting away with it, but they're getting away with it.
Like, we've had great shots of Batman at this point.
Yep. And
which I find odd at some of them, because, like, some of them he's turning his head, but on some of them he's clearly, his eyes are, like, turning to the left so hard. So I'm like, wait, because it hurts your neck when you turn your neck?
There
like,
might be limited movement.
But like, there are some shots where
than the old ones.
He's like, there are some shots where his head is fully looking left.
Right.
But then there are some shots, like the shot where he's in a car And he's just his face is looking forward, but his eyes are like all the way to the left side of his face.
Right.
And I'm like, you could just turn your neck, bro. Or can you?
Well, maybe it's just like you actually have to put effort into turning the head of it because it's like stiffer or something. Yeah, so he's like, I'm not look bothered. If I don't have to, I'm not gonna use my neck muscles.
Yeah, it's like my neck is fucking hurting, and like the fake neck that you see, that's rubber. My neck underneath is like sweaty and really thin right now, and it's strained. I've got a neck
wet in this thing.
I've got a neck brace underneath this. I've got a neck brace.
And we are gonna do recommendations this week, right?
Yeah. Artists. You want to do music first? Are you ready for the music?
Do I have a music thing?
The Bauer thing. That's pretty good, I guess, right?
Yeah, sure. I'll say check that one out.
You didn't even say it. Just say it. Say who it is. Say what it is. Are you not ready?
It is by Bauer, featuring Luna George. Bauer spelt Bauer.
Yeah.
And the song is called One Touch. And it's not the VIP version, it's the regular version. The VIP one's cool too, but it's really the regular version that I like a whole bunch. The rapper on it is garbage.
Awful. He's got a great first line.
But he pops a sensu bean twice.
So, wow, he should be dead.
Yeah, and he goes clubbing, and you can hit him on his phone. I know
he's
all
so
those things.
shit. But he's the chorus done by...
Luna George is great on it. The beat is great. Definitely check it out.
My music this week is Snarky Puppy.
Dude, snarkiest.
Snarky Puppy. I'll put the links up to both these, by the way. The Spotify links. But Snarky Puppy, the track is Lingus. It's just dope. It's instrumental.
That song was good. That's the one you played for me, right?
Yeah, it's the one that I played. It's like a 10-minute song. It's fucking dope. But the album...
if you like bebop music... The cowboy bebop music?
Not bebop from the Turtles, which is
right. If you like cowboy bebop's music,
it's like that.
It's not the same, but it will put you in the same mindset.
Yeah. We were saying it's like, this could be like Random Views. This is Random Views music.
Easily, love it.
The album that it's from is from We Like It Here. It's from 2014. It's got like 8 songs, so I guess it's more like an EP. Would you say it's an EP? I think they consider it an album though, but yeah, they've got a couple albums there. It's like all instrumental stuff, great stuff. Artists.
And Jeff was saying before the show that he really wanted to make sure and mention Lil Mama has a new song out called Sausage.
What?
And he's way into Lil Mama, so he wanted everybody to know.
What song is that? Did you just find it now?
She's got a Ninja Turtles jacket in it though that I would totally fucking rock.
What are you talking about?
Lil Mama put out.
Does she have a new single?
Yeah, she's got a new single.
Is it any good?
Sausage.
Is it any good?
It sounds fine. It's very.
How's the production on it?
Production is fine. It's very like 90s hip hop.
Okay, that works. I guess
it's like a boom bap bap boom bap boom bap bap. It's one of those. So it's very simple.
But you're saying she's got a dope Turtles jacket.
Yeah, she's got like a turtle Letterman jacket.
You should find a screen cap of that. That was random that you brought that up. That's unfortunate. You wasted.
Because I just saw it.
I figured. That's why I'm like, you probably just saw that, right? And you were like, that's a dope turtle jacket. I want to mention it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Little Mama.
Because I know how much he loves Little Mama.
I don't. She's awful.
He said he told me once before that he watched ABDC only for Little Mama.
Okay. This is Royce lying, and it's fucking awesome because he's wasting time right now. It's good stuff.
What else?
Artists.
Artists. Go ahead.
I'm going to recommend Medders. It's what is it? MEDDERS at Deviant.Deviant. I'll have a links up. Don't worry. His stuff is dope. Like it's really dope. He does like a lot of concept-y stuff, concept art stuff, but he does like it's like painted portraits of stuff. It's just he's really good. Really good show.
Yeah,
Check
both
it out.
of our selections this week are very painty.
You didn't say yours
So,
yet.
so right, but I'm just saying.
Oh
So
yeah,
if you are looking for some inspirato and you do paint
yeah.
stuff,
Different
these
style
are.
paints as well, mind you.
My selection for this week is Neskane. That's Neskkain.
Yep.
The
Super
dude,
dope. Ugh.
his lighting and palette choices are stellar,
He uses
stellar
like
stuff.
fluoro pinks and shit in there.
Right,
You
lots of
see
like
it.
pastel pinks and
Uh huh.
blues
And it
mixed
just
into it.
works.
It's just so masterfully applied.
Yeah. It's annoying. It's annoying.
Yeah, it's quite
These
annoying.
guys are
Some
both
of it, you
annoying.
look at that, and you're like, these characters are automatically like the artwork is great,
Yep.
but they're automatically so much better because of how interesting those color choices are.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Um,
They're both annoyingly good and definitely like yeah. If you're into painting style, check out these two.
in particular, if you're gonna check out any, look for any of the Nantes series
Mm.
ones or any. There's a series of there's a guy with a beard and a chick with that's kind of like a brunette redhead, and they're in various locations, like on the
Those
train,
ones are
walking around the city.
breathtaking.
The lighting is just fantastic
Yeah.
every time.
It's annoying because it's the style you could say it's painting, but it's almost like ultra cuts.
Yeah, it's like it's painted in cells, but
Yeah.
and then like there's little bits of gradients and whatnot,
There's
but
glows as well, and ugh.
it's just so well done.
I'd
I
read
can't
a
say
book that
enough
looked
about
like that.
it. If I could get a book done like
Dude,
that,
have you seen some of the Harry Potter pages that they've done?
yes,
How
yes,
annoyingly good are those?
they're very very good.
Ugh.
They're
But yeah,
very very good.
those two
I would
artists.
love to read a fantasy story
Yep.
in that style.
Yep.
Like,
Both annoying.
it would be crazy. Like that dude doing like a Red Sonja book.
Uh,
It'd be cool, man. He can handle lighting really well, and his scenery is crazy.
I
I
haven't
would love
seen
to
him
see.
handle blood though.
I
I wouldn't
don't
doubt
think
that he
I
can't
either.
though. I wouldn't doubt that he can't do that. He
Oh, I'm
probably
sure he can. I'm sure
about
he
that
can.
water. Yeah, he probably.
But his
can.
Harry Potter stuff is crazy good
Yeah.
too. And he in all those wicked things he does with lighting, he brought right into those, and it fits
It's
seamlessly.
perfect. Yeah, it does. It does. It does. So really good. It's theatrical.
Yeah, if there was a comic about Harry Potter that looked like that, I would pick it up, and I
Oh,
give no
any
shits
day.
about Harry Potter.
Any day. You would be into Harry Potter because of these books.
Yeah.
You'd get into the comic lore of it.
I would love to see a Superman book done by this guy
Fucking
because of how
yes.
he handles
Oh,
color.
dude.
That'd be so
A
amazing.
Superman book? Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
That'd be so good.
Oh, now it's not gonna happen. So,
It's not, but it'd be so dope.
but yeah,
Be
these
so.
two artists, dope.
Yeah, if definitely if you want some inspiration and you're trying to do paint stuff,
Look
digital
at these
painting
two.
or whatever,
It's great
look
because
it up.
these two are very different.
They're very different, but they both offer so much as far as
Absolutely.
like seeing somebody that really knows lighting.
And the other one, he's I can't even describe it. It's annoying to look at.
It's
Cause
just both artists expertly complete their works.
oh yeah, like
Expertly.
there's like just random quick portraits that Metas does. Like I'm looking at he's got a sci-fi shot. It's just called Hanger,
Hmm.
and there's a bunch of just lines going through it. That's really all it is, lines. But like you can tell that they're in like a starship hangar,
Hmm.
and it's like what the fuck? What? That's not fair. Like I don't even know how long it took. I don't care how long it took. The fact that it's there though,
Hmm.
that's all there is to it. And like there's other ones where it's just values.
Yeah.
But like, oh, here's a blue tint above it. Automatically, it's finished. And you're like, this is not fair.
Yeah, I really like the Futurosa one that he posted.
The Furiosa one? Yeah.
Yeah, Neskane also had a Furiosa one. I really like
She's
the
popular.
face on the Metters one though.
Yeah,
I really
the face. Like, I don't know or care what's going on with the arm detail, but you know what it is automatically.
right.
But the face on that one, yeah.
The face on that one I thought was particularly great. The one that's just called Portrait.
Yep,
Kind of looks like Bjork. I think that one is cool.
I love that one. That was the first thing I saw. I was like, that is just too fantastic. You can see the strokes, the paint strokes.
I really like the Audrey scribble.
They're both annoyingly good. It's just kind of.
I think getting down, like studying Aubrey Hepburn face is like the perfect thing to do if you just want to learn how to draw a very attractive face.
That seems to be the case. Like even if you don't manage to copy it perfect, you're still drawing a pretty face.
Right.
Like,
Audrey Hepburn definitely was like a human Disney character.
She was.
She's got very, very large expressive eyes and button nose and
that Aubrey Hepburn sketch that he's got up there. Look how fat the brushes are.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm sure, it's just annoying. Like, I want to do stuff like this. I don't, my brain doesn't work that way.
Yep.
I wish it did, but...
Yep. I feel that. I wish that it was easier for me. But I think just the fact that I am doing more painting stuff, I'm hoping that, it gets natural the more I do it.
Yeah, likewise. I think with time, it'll just... we'll pick up more things.
And I think that the more I do it, it will probably improve my other abilities as well, as far as cell shading and whatnot. If you get better at lighting, it's just going to get better all around.
Absolutely. Like, if you can... That's why, people find cells tricky, because it's the cut, it's the divide.
Right.
They don't know where it divides from light and dark. And I'm like, in my head, that seems to be more simple.
Yeah, I think that's why... I guess it's kind of a extra shout out, but for example, like Lolita art.
Oh yeah, she's
her stuff. She's so good at lighting. She understands lighting so well that whether she's doing cell shades or painting, it's really, really well done because of her understanding of it is so good.
Yep. And it's annoying because it's so easy. It looks so easy.
Yep.
And like the ones that can just crisscross various styles, it's just like, that's just showing off.
Yeah, man. I definitely I missed out on doing more of that earlier on. I wish I had started playing with painting earlier.
Yeah.
Because every time I see it, because it's something I don't necessarily do, I'm like, man, that's awesome. I wish I could do that. Mm-hmm. But it's just because it's something I don't normally do.
I think that's it. Like, I think if me, I'm about, because it's, I know you have to have patience with painting. I think we both can do it. But it's just about time because we're so used to getting a quicker result. With cell shades, you can get a quicker result with less time.
Mm-hmm.
And because painting, it seems anyway, in my head, it seems like it would take longer. Unless, of course, because maybe I just haven't discovered a method or technique that I can use.
Right. I think it's a thing of figuring out, for me when I first started painting again, it was trying to figure out how I could paint using the same steps as what I do for self-shading.
Yep.
If I could use the same layer types and just paint in the shades, was my plan. But I think that does work well enough. But because you have to have contrast work in a different way when you're painting, whereas cell shading, it's just one level of contrast, and the depth is when you add another layer to it. Whereas when you're painting, I tend to, even if I'm using a layer style thing, or if I'm painting where it's just shade over flats, that I still do it. It has to have more than one level of depth because it's all gradient, right? Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. I want to try and do it with painting in grays first and just see how that works out.
Recently, I've somewhat mentally tackled it like I would tackle coloring with Copics. Right,
and that seems to help you?
It's actually pretty fun. This is definitely cheating. I looked for, online, I was looking for basically a color palette of all the Copic markers. Mm-hmm. And I'm using those colors as a base template.
That's awesome.
because I'm like, what colors would I use using Copics? Like, I did like 2 pieces so far on my Patreon page.
All right.
I colored up 2 pieces that I drew when I was in Japan. One was Arale and one was... Oh, no. One of them was Arale, and last night I drew Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. Stupidly long name. But I use that technique where I'm like, I'm going to pick these colors and only use these colors.
Yeah.
And it seems to be fun. Yeah, it's working out. It's pretty fun. I mean, it looks very brushy.
Right.
But that's the look that I'm kind of going for as well, because I'm so used to the whole... With cell shades, it's so clean.
Right.
So clean. And I'd want to explore a little further from there. And I'm enjoying myself with this, so... You know, I know some people might look at it and go, ugh, that's not good. And I'm like, hey, I'm just having fun though, man. Like, I wouldn't do this for a job unless somebody asked for it, but this is just for myself anyway, so...
Just exploring as an artist?
Absolutely. Like, what's the harm in that? Like, I'm using the same methods that I would use with actual Copics. Like, here's some grays, like warm gray on the skin, the shadow part of the skin, or I'm going to use like a light purple. And I'm like, oh, that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
That's actually neat. And just experiment with that shit. It's fun though.
Yeah, I enjoy playing around with it because I've been doing the more painting stuff in general lately.
Yeah.
I enjoy playing with it. It really is just about finding the most appropriate method for my particular likes when it comes to doing artwork.
Yes.
Figuring out what works best for me and delivers the best result. It's finding that balance of stuff. It's difficult, but hopefully it'll work out. And definitely looking at these guys' stuff is definitely inspiring.
Oh, no doubt. It's annoying but inspiring.
Yeah.
Which, you know, comes hand in hand, but it's all good.
It does. But something to check out if you guys are working on art stuff, and hopefully everyone out there is working on art stuff, because it's the funnest thing to work upon.
Yep. It's good times.
But I think that covers it for this episode.
Episode 13 of Chap Chat. Thank you for joining us, folks.
That is a rap-episode.
Oh, rap-episode! That's it. That's how we're ending it now. Stay chipper.
Stay chipper, chaps.